What's up, guys? It's Mahatma Gandhi back here with some more. And the sun went out. Oh my good lord, I was not prepared for this. I'm gonna just restart it right now. All right. What's up, guys? It's Mahatma Gandhi here with some more choices that matter. And the sun went out. And when we left off, we got to Tokyo, and we found out that a bomb went off and Etienne is severely injured. And Now we're at a coffee shop that's across from, I believe the place was called Number 5. And yeah, there's people looking through the rubble. So then Sharon started talking about this is bad or something like that. So I told her it's terrible, and let's continue. Sharon says, "What? No, the coffee. The coffee is a bit of a mess," Sharon explained. She took another sip. "Tastes horrible." And another sip. "If it tastes bad, why do you keep drinking it?" I shook my head, glad my friend wasn't as insensitive as I thought. "You have an addiction and I will not enable you." "So do you?" "Don't see me crying about it, do you?" "Miss Sharon, teacher is not addicted to anything. I would be alerted and would have advised medical aid." "Sure you do," she said, ignoring Modi. "You're addicted to solving this riddle and to your calculator." Teacher also doesn't own a calculator. I covered Modi's face, fighting back laughter. "Two for two, but I don't know if it's really addiction so much as survival." "Well, me too," Sharon winked. "I drink coffee for my survival." We sat by the window, watching. Other people had the same idea as us, coming in to snoop on the chaos as humans were wont to do. As long as Sharon kept ordering coffees, no one bothered us. "Do you think many survived?" Sharon whispered to me after a long draft of silence. I highly doubted it. Looking at the rubble, I didn't see how anyone could survive the explosion and the collapse. Not the ones who were inside, no. This was expertly done. I'm sure many got out okay. Well, Etienne, he got out. And, what's her face? Miss Enomoto, she got out. They got out. I believe Wong got out. And there's probably a couple other people that got out, so I'm sure many got out okay. Sharon was very quiet. Finally, she touched my leg briefly. "What? What are you doing touching my leg?" "Thank you for lying," she whispered. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. I honestly think a lot of people made it out. I called Etienne's friend, Mickey, the geologist, but it went to voicemail. I left a message saying who I was and why I was calling. A little over an hour later, while Sharon was sipping her fifth coffee, Mickey rang back. "Mickey, hello," I answered quickly. "Glad to hear you're okay." There was a wheeze on the other end of the line, and then it went dead. "What?" "Oh, did she not make it out? Did someone have her phone?" My blood turned cold in my vein. Oh no, did somebody have her phone? "Didn't want to talk to you," Sharon asked, bored. "Teacher, if Pop references anything to go by, that was a bad sign." "Yes, it was. I believe Miss Mickey to be in danger." "We gotta find her." "Track the cell. Track it. Come on, Modi, track the cell." "Right away, teacher." "One moment, please." "Come on." I waited, barely breathing. "Teacher, she's in the collapsed building." Oh no. She is alive and she is under a bunch of rubble. Oh god. I believe she's still trapped. Oh god. I nearly tripped over my chair to get out. I ran out into the rain, still holding my phone, and rushed across the street. Before I could reach any of the workers, Sharon caught me. What's happened? I think she's still in there, I yelled over thunder. She's trapped. Oh, hell no. Sharon turned white, this time hustling me forward rather than holding me back. I turned and suddenly came face to face with Victor Santiago. Oh, oh, oh. Do I still have Etienne's firearm? Um, uh, no, attack him. Attack Victor. Sharon raced ahead, not seeing Santiago. Hey, you, I yelled at him. His face creased in recognition. I pulled out Etienne's. I still have it. I still have the gun. Okay, I still have his gun. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, wait, that could be a good or a bad thing. I have to get Victor Santiago. I have to kill him. He has to die now. He has to. Because if not, he could be heading over to Etienne right now. I pulled out Etienne's gun, still in my pocket from the hotel room, and pointed it at his head. With a smirk, he raised his hands as if in defeat. It was almost like he was mocking me. Oh, no. He's gonna pull out some kind of trick. He's gonna pull a freaking, what was it? I believe it was Dying Light. The thing that, Rise did. Where he looks like he's about to defeat, and then he throws the knife at you, like, right at the end. Bro, that's like what he's about to do. I jerked the gun towards the officers on the side of the road. Tell them what you did, I said, carefully hiding the gun in my pocket while still pointing it at him. He nodded, walking over. He's gonna... Oh, no. He's going to say that... Dude! Don't! No! Evening, he said in a calm voice to the police. I planted the bomb that leveled this building. I'm confessing to the murder of those still trapped within. The officers cuffed him there and then... No! You should have shot him. I would have shot him so quick. I would have shot him, and then I would have had Modi break it to the police thing, and then make it be like, nah, he innocent. I am an easy teacher. If this was a work of fiction, the protagonist would say that it seems too easy. I had to agree, but I didn't have time to ponder, so I left and caught up to Sharon. She was clearly still oblivious about what just happened. When she saw me, she beckoned me over to a man in a hard hat and a table piled with paper. You spoke to someone who was alive? Tell me what you know, he demanded, pulling a blueprint from under a stack of papers in readiness. Her name's Mickey, I said breathlessly, still shaking from the encounter with Victor. I was trying to contact her. She said something about a bomb and being stuck before I lost her again. Do you know where her office is? I got no idea. The signal from her phone is coming from the southeast corner of the buildings. I can help you directly find the source if you take me with you. He and I both looked at my wrist. Biting back my reluctance, I handed Modi over and he disappeared into a crowd of men, leaving Sharon and me. Oh no. What? Why not go with him? I craned my neck around to see if I could spot Santiago and the police in the street, but they had obviously gone. We're gonna have to go to the police station to make sure you don't break out. Sharon must have noticed. Who have you lost, mate? Do we want to tell her? She's gonna get in danger if I tell her it's Victor. I'm not gonna tell her that, no, I can't. No one, just a feeling, I guess. Sharon frowned and studied me closely. Are you sure you're alright? I nodded my head, clearing the rain from my eyes. Yes, come on, let's wait out of the rain for them to come back. We retreated to the cafe to wait for the hard hat man to return and tell us about Mickey's situation. It took hours. Please don't tell me she's dead. I'd rather her be severely injured than dead. The ambulance turned up before we saw Mickey. The paramedics headed in and we waited, not so patiently, until they brought her out on a stretcher. Okay, she seems good. I rushed over and took her hand. She's very lucky. She was next to a burst water pipe, the paramedics told me with a thick accent. She wouldn't have lasted this long otherwise. She's very lucky. She gasped for air, her neck in a brace. Oh. I leaned in closer. I'm Etienne Soul's friend, I told her. If you need anything, call me. I pushed a card with my number in her palm. Her eyes fluttered shut as they put her in the ambulance and zipped away to the hospital. The hard-eyed man returned Modi to me, which I quickly reattached to my wrist. Thank you. We couldn't have found her without your Modi Khan's help. I nodded. I'm glad it worked out. Oh, I clicked off the screen. He grunted again and thanks and walked away. Oh, God. Teacher, what shall we do? Mr. Etienne will want to know that his friend is okay. Let's call him on the way back to the hotel. So I can't go to the police station? Dang it. Come on, Sharon said, taking my arm. I think I'm done for the day. Let's get a taxi back. She led the way to the intersection, allowing me to drift in my thoughts. I sent a quick email to Dolores to tell her that Santiago has been apprehended and to keep an eye out for any information on him in the local police station. I mentioned that I wanted to question him myself and asked if she could help in that regard. I dialed Etienne's number and waited, but he didn't pick up. Son of a bitch. Ah! God! I'm the worrying type, okay? I worry too much. Okay? I think Victor has him. I think Victor somehow got out of that police car and he grabbed Etienne and now he's gonna hold him hostage because I had held a gun to him. I hoped he was just sleeping and it wasn't something more dire. I decided to check on him as soon as I got to the hotel. Come on, please. The ride to the hotel wasn't long. Left to my own musings, I had more questions than answers by the end of it. Please. What was Santiago's goal? Why had he killed all those people? How were the Aetherites connected? And most importantly, why was the sun abandoning us after billions of years of warming our planet? Sharon and I went straight to Etienne's room, still worried that he hadn't picked up. I knocked and a scruffy, bedraggled Canadian answered the door. What time is it? He asked sleepily. I hid a grin. Huh? Lazy boy. Good to see you're getting your, beauty sleep. Sharon snorted, winking at Etienne, and he barked a laugh before he wiggled his eyebrows at us. Did you come to... I've never have had to pronounce that word before. Oogle, ogle, or tell me something because I could go back to sleep. I winced. I'll let you sleep. We'll talk over dinner. Sounds good? Sweet, he yawned. Can't wait. Okay, he's fine. All three of us parted ways and I headed straight for a shower, wanting to warm my cold, rain-drenched limbs before dinner. I was washed and was putting on clean clothes when Modi piped up. Teacher, is it very easy to kill a person? It is very easy to kill a person, isn't it? I want to know why. Why do you ask, Modi? Why are you asking? While I was helping the man at number 5 find Miss Mickey, I calculated how many people might have died. Oh no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I suppose it's a high number considering the circumstances. It is, teacher. It made me think about the morality of humans. I plunked my bag down on the bed and kneeled down to tie my shoes. We're a resilient species, Modi. However, you probably also know how easy it is for an individual to die. Yes, teacher. I wondered what it must be like to die. Can you tell me? What happens when you die? I can't tell you, I'm not dead. I heaved a great sigh. Modi, the ever-inquisitive, had stumbled on something the human race had argued for millennia. I honestly can't, Modi. We don't know what happens. Some people believe that you go to a better place. Then why wouldn't everyone want to die? It's different, Modi, and we don't know for sure. Humans are afraid of what they don't know. Right. Can I die? I paused, thinking of an apt description. I don't want to die, teacher. No, you can't die, Modi. You can be broken, but I just get you a new case and download you again. I am glad to hear that, teacher. Are you ready to join Miss Sharon and Mr. Etienne for dinner? Sure am, let's go. I'm not gonna make any promises because it'll probably be I make that promise and then he'll break. I made my way down to the restaurant at the ground floor. We'd agreed to meet there and Etienne had made a reservation. The three of us sat around a little table tucked behind a piano. The pianist was playing jazz music beautifully. It was perfect for a private conversation. Etienne's face still looked horrible, but at least he had more energy today. We ordered quickly, all of us starving. Did you find Mickey? Etienne asked as soon as the waiter left. Yes, but she's in the hospital, I told him. She was still in the building rubble. Modi had to narrow down her location via her phone signal to find her. His face pale. But she's alive, right? I nodded and he took a deep breath. All the knowledge that was lost with the scientist, Sharon mused, twisting her napkin in her lap. How can the world ever come back from this? It can't. Humans are a resilient species. We all laughed at Modi's happy tone, but I wasn't the only one who noticed it was bittersweet. I saw Victor Santiago as well, I said. Etienne went even paler. What happened? I should tell him about me having his gun, so maybe he'll take it back. Cause I think he needs it more than me. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have your gun. I told them briefly what had transpired. You didn't tell me that, Sharon accused, anger on her face. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't want you marching down to the police station to go and kill. Oh shit, I just told her he's at the police station. Never mind that. We had other things to deal with. Besides, it was handled. Sharon wasn't happy, but she let it go, sipping from her wine. Etienne watched me carefully. You don't seem so certain that this is a good thing, he said flatly. Yes, it isn't. You should have seen him, I admitted. He smirked and he didn't try to fight back at all. It was too easy, as Modi said. Etienne swore suddenly, digging into his pockets. What is it? Sharon said, sitting up. I was reading this before I came down. I didn't think any of it, but oh no, he escaped! He escaped! He handed me his phone. It was an article on a Japanese news site about 3 police officers that were found dead close to the... Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. Now he's hunting me down. Great. Maybe I'll get a second chance to beat his ass. Oh. Oh, no. I looked at the photos of the officers and swore. They're the officers, aren't they? He killed them, I cursed. If I had have kept my mouth shut, they'd still be alive. You did the right thing, Etienne comforted. Sharon wasn't so generous. You should have shot him right there in the streets, she interjected with venomous rage. I was going to! Etienne frowned at her with disapproval. Would you like me to alert the authorities as to who committed the murders, teacher? Uh, yes, but an anonymous tip, please. Please. Yes, teacher. I will also forward a report to Miss Montague. Our food arrived and we dug into it, silence filling the small table as we sorted through our own thoughts. Sharon broke the silence first, obviously uncomfortable. How's it going with your old man's journal? She asked Etienne. I smiled at her encouragement. My life would be easier if the two of them would be friends. Long, Etienne grunted, brows furrowed. Sometimes I can't remember the reasons a date might be important, and it's my life. There's a name in the bits that I've decoded, though I'm not sure what it means. A name? I asked curiously. It wasn't the kind of thing I'd been expecting to find. Yumi. Or at least, I think it's a name. If 3 letters could be such. It's important, though. He or she is mentioned several times on one page. That must be a person then. It probably is a lead, though. A lead? Sharon asked me. Yes. I shrugged. I can't do much with 3 letters, as Etienne said, but it's something to keep in mind. I could do a search for prominent Yumis in the world, teacher. It's worth a shot, Modi. It's worth a shot. Yes, teacher. ... Teacher, there is news from Indonesia that you should know. I put down my fork, tapping Modi's screen to signal that it should turn its speaker off. What is it, Modi? 2 members of the 100th Day group have been killed, one of them inside a prison cell. What? How, I asked. Why? Why did it automatically click? But I was luckily able to read it. The investigation is ongoing, but it appears he planned to testify against the 100th Day group. Oh, I said. I see. What is it? Sharon asked. I shook my head. Nothing we need to deal with, I replied. Instead of getting dessert, we decided to go for a walk to clear our heads now that the rain had stopped. Etienne, having been here longer than Sharon and me, led the way, and we ended up at a street vendor who sold pastries. I paid for 3 for us, and we continued walking, munching happily. I've only been here for a short time, and I feel like I've missed my chance, I said honestly. Everything happened before I got here. You saved Etienne's friend, Sharon pointed out. For that, I'm grateful, he admitted. I just can't escape that feeling that I'm chasing my tail, that I'm no closer to knowing why the sun is failing or if it's going to happen again. It probably will happen again. As if on cue, my phone rang. Miss Montague? Dolores? Yes, it's Miss Montague, teacher. Then I'll ignore it for now, I sighed. I don't have anything new to add anyways. It's probably not about that. We walked until we found an odd little park that looked so out of place amongst the towering buildings. There was a swing set and other playground equipment. Sharon walked over and started swinging while Etienne laid on his back on the damp grass. I sat by one of the picnic benches. We listened to some K-pop music piping from a nearby open window. It was an unnatural dark night, the clouds obscuring the stars and moon. It was calm, though, and I enjoyed the peace. Do you think we can stop it? Etienne asked suddenly. Just the 3 of us, trying our hardest? I didn't have to ask what he meant. He's talking about the sun. I'd like to think so, or else what was all this for? I think so, okay? I'd like to think. Mr. Etienne, you are not alone. Etienne raised his head to hear Modi more clearly. Thanks, I guess. Modi means to help too, I laughed, watching his discomfort. It's a helpful little calculator, Sharon agreed. I am not a calculator. It's an endearment, my little microchipped friend, she laughed. Oh. Even Etienne laughed this time. So 4 of us, Etienne said, chewing on the words in his mouth. 4 of us, I nodded. If we can't do this, then who can? I'll drink to that, mate, Sharon answered, tipping an imaginary glass. What? We all sat there in silence for a long time, ignoring all other stimulus. A couple of cars drove by on the main street, and occasionally people would walk past, but no one bothered us. I pitied the person that would. I pity the fool! This time it was Modi who broke the silence. What are you saying? Teacher, this is the 15th time that Miss Montague has called. She called 15 times! Oh my god! She must want the D. I recommend picking up the call. Sighing, I pulled out my phone as it buzzed, Sharon shaking her head in the background. Yes, Dolores? Where have you been? I should fire you, she screamed down the line. Oh, God. Hey, you don't need to fire me, okay? My time is almost up. Oh, God. What did I do now? Or calm down. Damn! What did I do now? I'm gonna act oblivious. And I'm gonna call this the end of the video. I'm gonna see I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. And bye.